Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday evening, and that means it's time for another Facebook Live. While you are finding me, I will share this to my group in case somebody is looking for it there. Hope you all are having a good week. I've had fun playing with the owls. So this is a celebration stamp set. Hang on, I can't talk and share at the same time. Okay. There we go. Now it's sharing over there. This is a celebration item. So if you're not familiar with celebration, for January and February, for every $50 you spend, you can pick out something free from this little catalog. And there are some fun things in here. So let's just show you real quick. This is what we're playing with tonight. The adorable owls. And they truly are adorable. This is the Thanks a Bunch carrots. And I saw somebody had turned the carrots upside down and made trees out of them. So I might have to try that. That looked pretty fun. Some beautiful paper. So this coordinates with the Dainty Delight bundle, which is what these stamps are and these dies. So it coordinates with that. This is Day at the Farm paper, and it coordinates with the On the Farm bundle. So that has some stamps and a lot of dies, so that's a fun one. This is a sentiment set, so sending support. Some more beautiful paper, floral paper. This coordinates with the Fragrant Flowers bundle, so these flowers, stamps and dies. This is the one, I'll have to post some of these. Maybe I'll post these next week. We used in my team meeting last night in the country. And we did some coloring with it, but then we did some other things where you didn't have to color it. So I'll be sure and post those. So those are all free with a $50 purchase. Then we have a couple of items that are free with a $100 purchase. So this stamp set is one of them. I actually got this one free at Onstage, which is the convention that I went to for Stampin' Up. So I got to get that one free. But it's a beautiful floral. I don't know if they're supposed to be hollyhocks or I'm not sure what kind of flowers they are, but they're pretty. And then the other item you can get with a $100 purchase is this paper. And this is a huge, hi Betty. This is a huge stack of paper. It's 48 sheets, 12 by 12, beautiful spring colors. And that you can get free with a $100 purchase. And I will tell you that the paper will probably sell out first because the stamps they make themselves. Stampin' Up! Makes the stamps, so they can do those a little bit longer. But the paper, if you want some of that paper, I would go ahead and get it now and not wait until February. And then this one, which I did get this on one of my orders not too long ago, but I haven't had a chance to play with it, so I'll have to play with it some. But this is free with a $300 order. So if you have a big order you want to place, you can get it free, or gather some friends together and you can get it free. And then the last thing to tell you about Celebration. So the starter kit, which is what you get when you first become a demonstrator, is always a good deal. You get $125 worth of product for $99 free shipping. And then you get to save 20% starting out, and then can make your way up to 25% off everything you purchase after that. So that's always good. During Celebration, they always have extra special joining things, specials. So they actually have 3 options this time, but it's not difficult. For this, you get on any of the options, you get $175, so an extra $50 worth of product free for $99 if you just do the option 3, which is just $175 of product for $99 free shipping. The other 2 options you can get this machine at half price. So it's regularly $60. You can get it for $30. So for $129, you get $175 worth of product, and then the mini machine, this is the small one, free. So there's a white one that's in the annual catalog that you can get anytime. This is a new, it's an in-color preview, and this is the only way you can get this blue machine is by joining Stampin' Up. And it's boho blue. So that is, there's another picture of it. Those are the three options. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. You do not have to do classes. You do not have to do videos. You can just order and earn your discount. So there's no pressure to do anything else. And then this is the mini catalog that just came out in the first part of January, so just a couple weeks ago. And we're not using any. Yes, we are using one thing out of it today. The paper that we're using is this country gingham paper, which is really cute. And that's what I used on all three of the cards I've shown you so far this week. And I'll show you those again at the end. Okay. I think that's everything I wanted to tell you about Celebration. Last week we made this fun card, and it has the beautiful beach. It's like on the beach stamp set in the designer series paper. And so at the end of this, if I can remember, I will tell you who won this card, and then I'll show you a few other owl cards that I've received in the swap. But let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to stamp our owl first, and we're going to color him with blends. I'll leave this here so you can see him. So that means I want to stamp in the Memento black. Anytime you're coloring with blends, which are an alcohol-based marker, then you want to be sure you're stamping using ink that is not alcohol-based. So we're just going to stamp him right there. Oh, he's so cute. And this one to me is the one with the party hat. So that's kind of the way that's why I did the It's Your Day, actually. Let's stamp that while we have our ink out. So this is some of that designer series paper. I'm going to step my owl aside for just a moment. And this is Petal Pink. And they've done something different. Usually with designer series paper like this, they put the same color on both sides. This time they did different colors. And you're like, well, why does that matter? Well, if you're trying to make a whole bunch of cards of one color and they've put it on both sides, then you have fewer options with that color. But if they put it on opposite sides, if I want a whole bunch of Petal Pink, then I have a lot more options to do that. So that was really nice. I'm glad they did that. All right, and you can stamp right on your designer series paper, and that's what we're going to do. So this is It's Your Day. So we'll just stamp that at the bottom. And as always, after I get done with this video, then I will post my blog that has the measurements for everything I'm using here. And next week, and anybody that comments on this video on Facebook will be in the drawing to win this card. Okay, we're going to die cut our owl before we color him. And the reason it's not as critical, make sure I get the right color circle. Yep, I mean the right size. It's not as critical with this because it's not a die that die cuts right around the image. But the last thing you want to do is color him all up and then get ready to die cut him, and your die slips, and then you have to do it all over again. So I've just learned, I'm moving this out of the way, to grab my mini cut and emboss machine. I've just learned to do the die cutting before I do the coloring. That way you don't have to worry. If you slip and die cut it, all you have to do is re-stamp it. All right, I think that will fit through. I'm going to trim that just a little bit because I don't want it catching and moving my die. Okay. Now I don't have to worry about fit through there nicely. So just center your circle over your owl. Carefully put your plate on top. And then I like to just kind of hold them together. so it doesn't slip. And now, and this is with the stylish shapes, and so it puts this little like stitching marks around the outside, and I just love it. This is like my go-to die set. I'll show you here in just a minute. Let me get my cut and emboss machine out of the way. And it folds all up, and it's so handy. Okay, let's bring our scratch paper back over. So this is, and this one, because I use it so often, I have it on one of these magnetic sheets, but it has circles, squares, and then these banners. And I use this all the time. It's my new favorite. All right, now we can color our owl. Now that he's all cut out. So I did, and I'll show you the other owls. I did several different colors of owls. Let me put these down so you can see them. This one I did with crumb cake. And I really didn't do any blending on him. So I just used the light and did, whoop, I almost did the wrong part. And did his, around his eyes. And you want to be a little careful going around his eyes. You don't want to get into the white of his eyes. But I'll just color this, his whole face, this part of his face in the light. Be careful going around his beak. And I'm using the brush tip because this is a bigger area. When I get to some of the darker parts, I'll use the brush tip for part of it, and then I'll switch over to the other end that's smaller to get into the smaller area. So his face and then his tummy. And on this, if you go over onto his, like his little wings, or it doesn't really matter because that's going to be with a darker color and you won't even see. All right, so that's the light crumb cake. And then the dark crumb cake, we'll color the rest of him. So I'll do this part with the thick, with the brush tip. And I can do these, if I'm careful, I can get his wings. Now these are great if you wanted to blend some color together, if you wanted to do him all in crumb cake and then just put some dark spots like under his chin. But this one they have drawn so nicely to just be two colors that's what I did. So I didn't do any blending. All right, now let's switch over to our smaller end to get his little ears, because those would be hard to get with the brush tip. There, isn't he cute? He's so cute. All right, then he needs a party hat because this is a birthday party. So I used petal pink, dark petal pink. That's what my gingham paper is petal pink. Oh yeah, that's right. That one's kind of got mushied. I probably used it to color rhinestones or who knows what I did. So dark petal pink for two of the stripes. And then the other color of paper is Sweet Sorbet. So we'll use light Sweet Sorbet for the other stripes. There. And then we need one more thing for it to be a party hat. And that's some Wink of Stella. So it can have some sparkle. Now that won't show up for you on camera, unfortunately. It's very hard to get Wink of Stella to show up on camera. But it's sparkly. You just have to take my word for it. And then he needs his beak and his feet. So this is light pumpkin pie. And I will put on my blog, when I put all the dimensions for this, I'll put on there also what blends I use. So you have those. You don't have to write them down. Sorry, I should have told you that at the beginning. And then my other owls, I had used Balmy Blue and Pool Party for his eyes, but I decided this guy needed to have brown eyes. My eyes are brown, so I decided one of the owls needed to have brown eyes. So this is light soft suede. And I could have used the crumb cake, but I just wanted to use a different color. And it doesn't look a lot different than the dark crumb cake, but he has pretty brown eyes now. There, now he's all colored. See, that wasn't hard at all. All right, so now we're ready to put our card together. Put that, oops, so you can kind of see. So I have these strips of the Designer Series paper in the Sweet Sorbet. And I'm going to use my liquid glue just because then I have some wiggle time. So I'll start with the middle one. And I'll just put some glue. I don't want it to get on my other card. On the back of it. And then I'll put it in the middle of this. But because I have the liquid glue, then if I get it wonky, I have a little bit of time to move it around. And then I'll just put one of these at the top and at the bottom. So this is a great way to just use up some scraps that you might have. Whoops, scoot down there. One at the bottom. Oops, scoot over. There we go. All right, now before you put this on your card base, I'm using some of the glitter, I think it's called Glitter Organdy. I left it out so I could show you. White, yes. Yes, Glittered Organdy ribbon. This is in the annual catalog. But it seemed very festive to me. And so it goes with the Wink of Stella that we put on his hat. It's all sparkly and festive. I'm just tying it in a knot. Hopefully you can see some of the sparkle in this ribbon because it's really pretty. We used to have a black glitter organdy ribbon and I really loved it too, but it retired. But they always bring in fun new ones. Now I just put this over one of the seams and we're going to scoot it all the way over here to the left because we want to be sure there's room for our owl to sit there. Got something on him. A fuzzy. Okay, let's trim this. It's not cooperating for me. There, that's a little better. So trim these. Now we can put this on our card base. And it's just a thick, basic white. Anytime you're using white for a card base, you want to be sure you use the thick. It's a sturdier cardstock, so it's good for a card base instead of the regular basic white, which is a little thinner. And then we'll put some dimensionals on him. And then he'll be done. So you notice when you're coloring with blends, you want to be sure you have something protecting your work surface because they will bleed through some. And they're supposed to. That's supposed to happen, so don't get worried if you see that. And there we go. There's our cute little party owl. Isn't he fun? I don't know if you can see on that. Yeah, you can see some of the sparkle on that ribbon. It's very sparkly. All right, so everyone that comments on this video will be in the drawing for that. These are the other two cards that I've shown you this week. This was Balmy Blue. So using some of the same paper and just the stamp set. So that's a sentiment out of the stamp set. This is a new ribbon, a Balmy Blue kind of ombre ribbon. And this owl is, yep, soft suede. So he's the light and the dark soft suede, and then he has the balmy blue eyes. And then this last one is ivory and bronze. So these were the first two blends they gave us for skin tones. And I saw somebody use them on the owl, and I thought, well, that looks cute too. So that's what I used. And then this is Pool Party. So I gave him Pool Party eyes and Sweet Sorbet bow tie. But now we have a whole range of blends for skin tones. So we've got just any color you could imagine. And you could also use them for animals, for owls, animals, whatever. Okay. Then some cards I've received in swaps. This was a catalog case swap. So Jackie made this one. And these I think I've shared on Facebook before, so that's why I haven't put them on this week, because I've already shared them on Facebook. But since we were doing the owl tonight, I wanted to show them to you again. Isn't that fun with just some twine there? He's hanging on a swing. This one I don't know. Nope, there's no name on this one, so I don't know who made that one. I think that is also the Dandy Designs celebration paper. And I don't remember what colors those were, because I think this was a shoebox swap that I put together. Maybe. I can't remember for sure. This is another one from Jackie in a swap. So this is that same glittery ribbon. She used the alphabet dies to do hugs and some really cute sequins. And look at that sparkly. She put, I don't know if you can, oh, there you can see it. She put Wink of Stella on the heart. And she just cut a little slit in the owl and just put him on there. A heart in the background, that's a punch. And I'm not sure what paper that is. Let's see if I can tell from the back side. Oh, it's the forest. I actually have it sitting right here in the annual catalog. I haven't opened mine yet, but I was going to make something with owls with it. Happy Forest Designs. That's what that's from. Just because I could peek on the back and I saw this mushroom paper. And then the last one to share with you, this was from April. And this is a fun full. Look at that fun owl. Isn't that fun? And I think this is the Dandy Designs paper too, if I remember right. So really cute. And you can make him fun colors too. He doesn't have to be just browns. All right, so that's all the owl cards I have to share with you. Somebody will get that next week. I'll draw for that next week. This week, somebody is winning this. And Betty, you're going to be so excited you get to win this one. I was so excited when I drew your name or drew your number because I knew you would love it. Betty loves the beach, so this is the perfect card for her. So I'm so glad that she got to win this one. All right, that is it for this evening. I knew you would be excited. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you. I should be here next week. I'll let you know if it's not. It's my son's birthday, but I doubt we'll celebrate during the week. It's kind of hard with an almost 2-year-old or 20-month-old or whatever. So we'll probably celebrate on the weekend. So I'll probably be here next week, but if something changes and I'm not, I'll be sure and let you know. All right. Thank you for joining me. Bye.